Mr. Lewisang, next question.
Under the Workplace Safety and Health Act, doctors are required to report to the Ministry of Manpower patients with occupational diseases or ODs caused by their work environment and all activities related to their work, but not patients with workplace injuries. Now, this is because, unlike workplace injuries, a person diagnosed with an OD may have already moved on from the job that caused the OD and be working for a different employer or may not be working at all. So at the time of diagnosis. So requiring doctors to submit such incident reports ensures that these cases are not missed out, helps to expedite work injury claims process, and safeguards employees' interests as insurers and MOM are informed in a timely manner. On the other hand, there is no need for doctors to report workplace injuries as the link between the injury, the workplace accident, and the employment relationship is generally more direct. So hence the responsibility is placed on employers and occupiers to report these injuries. So there are two reporting channels. Thank you.
Mr. Lewisang, a short SQ please, because we have to end at about 11.
Thank you, sir. Could I just ask how is MOM making sure that there is no under-reporting of workplace injuries? Thank you.
Well, thank you, member. Firstly, I think under Regulation 10(1)A and C of the Workplace Safety and Health Incident Reporting Regulations, employers and doctors who fail to report diagnosis, or OD, for example, well, they can be fined $5,000 per first offence. They could also be jailed up to 6 months, or receive a fine of up to $10,000, if they don't report. So the laws are there mandating reporting of injuries as well as ODs. And at the same time, I think the member also be aware that when we amended the WICA Act, for example, we've now closed some of these loopholes, where now you have to report from day one of your MC, as opposed to in the past where there were some doctors who gamed, for example, some employees who gamed, when you didn't have to report, short duration MCs, for example. So we have closed the loop as and when, closed loopholes as and when we find them. And we would like to work with NGOs, members of the public, or even employees themselves who could also report to us some of these cases so that we can better understand if there are any loopholes. But at this moment, it doesn't look as such because we have closed as many loopholes as possible and reporting is mandated from day one. So these, I hope that, I assure the member that the process is in place. But what's more important is that we want to keep the process lean so that you reduce the amount of duplication. A member himself also said, in this house during COS that some of our healthcare workers are already quite stretched. So last thing is you want to add administrative burden to them when we don't really need it. Thank you.